You've tuned in to Just Vlog with Melody, and today we are diving into a major development out of Ghana. The government has ordered all foreign investors involved in small-scale gold trading to exit the market by April 30th. What's happening? Why is it happening? And what does this mean for Ghana's economy and the world? We're getting into this discussion right after this. On March 29th, Ghana's parliament passed the Ghana Gold Board Act, and by April 2nd, it was signed into law. Now let's take a moment to read a quick article from Google, and it reads, on March 29th, Ghana's parliament passed the Ghana Gold Board Act, and by April 2nd, it was signed into law. The law says only the newly created Ghana Gold Board can buy, sell, assay, or export gold from small-scale miners. Foreign traders who for years operated directly in Ghana's booming gold market must now leave by April 30th. Or they also have the option to work through GoldBod if they would like to continue to operate legally in Ghana. So let's get into why did Ghana make this move? Well, first of all, to protect local miners. Because a lot of them were getting taken advantage of. Because let's be realistic here. They seen them working in extreme conditions and they thought this is the perfect opportunity to take advantage because they're already in poverty. So if we throw a little bit of money their way, they're going to bite. And what they was willing to give to those working in miners compared to what they was going to make, by a large scale, they were making a huge profit in comparison to what they was willing to pay the local miners. And they didn't know any better. They was already experiencing extreme poverty. So to them, it was like striking gold. They was like, you're going to put more money in our pocket than that which we would ordinarily make? Oh, we're all in. Second, it was to put a stop to smuggling and to prevent illegal trade. Billions of dollars was leaving Ghana. So much gold being traded out of Ghana, and Ghana was seeing no residual in comparison to the amount of gold that was leaving the country. Ghana wasn't able to impose any taxes on the gold that was leaving because they had no idea how much of this gold was actually leaving the country. It was like Ghana was completely absent from their own gold dealings on their own soil pertaining to their own resources. And I feel like the majority of this had to do with the fact that Ghana is just one of those countries that's very peaceful, and they didn't want to step on anyone's toes, and they for sure did not want to deter any potential investors from coming into the country. So they sat back and let a whole lot slide, and not to mention so much corruption was happening and so many big people was benefiting off of gold corruption that a blind eye was turned when it came to the exportation of gold. And third, to boost national revenue. In 2024, Ghana's gold exports shot up to 53%. And they now see the potential to earn so much more if things are properly managed. Now, for foreign investors, this is a huge hit because for centuries, they have been able to just run amok in Ghana and do whatever they wanted to do. And now that Ghana is implementing this new law, it's like a complete halt. They're, I'm sure, quickly even thinking, how can we quickly move beyond this? How can we get around this? Who can we now find to exploit so that we can still continue to get our way? And I feel like in this situation, Ghana is going to have to stand firm in their decision. They have now enacted this new law, and they're going to have to take that seriously. There are going to have to be serious consequences set in place for those who break the law when it comes to the trade of gold in Ghana, because they're going to try it. And these people are not going to be willing to walk away without a fight, a scheme, or a plot to still try to get their way. So unless Ghana buckles down and stands firm and makes punishment severe to those who are breaking the law, people are going to find a way around it because that's what everybody wants to do here in Ghana. They always want to find a way around what has been set in place, not only to protect the resources, but to ultimately protect the people. Because when you think about it, not only are the gold resources of Ghana being exploited, but so are the people. And they're being exploited for pennies in comparison to what these major companies have been making off of Ghana. Now this is where it gets interesting, because is this good or bad for Ghana? I feel that in the long run, this is an excellent power move for Ghana. And Ghana is putting themselves in an excellent position to really catapult themselves for future gains. By them taking a stand and saying no to corruption and kicking these people out of the local gold mines and really taking a strong hold on building the economy of Ghana, in the long run, Ghana and its economy will benefit from these laws that they're putting in place now. Now, sure, there may be a little confusion in the beginning when it comes to these foreign investors scrambling to try to figure out what is happening, and happening so quickly that they didn't even have a chance to prepare themselves. But in the long run, like I just mentioned, Ghana is going to benefit and will come out stronger than ever. For so long, Africa has kind of sat in the sidelines while all of these other Western countries have moved in to control the resources of Africa. And now Africa is standing up with a voice to say, no more corruption. And Ghana, I commend Ghana for standing strong in its movement and reclaiming that which has been stolen, and standing up to the exploitation of not only the natural resources of Ghana, but the exploitation of Ghanaians. Drop a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. Do you think that this is a smart move on Ghana's behalf, or do you think that they'll regret it in the future? Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here with me and for tuning in. If this is your first time here on the channel, welcome, and be sure to please hit that subscribe button before you go. We now have a shop right here on YouTube, Sacred Minerals, or you can visit sacredminerals.org, where we have a full list of all of our products. We also now have membership levels, so please consider joining one of our memberships and helping to further the channel. I thank you so much in advance for all of your support, and thank you for tuning in today. I'll see y'all on the next video.